People ask me all the time, Timur, you've got so many toys.
Whoa, that's insane!
What do you even do with all of them? Do they just sit there collecting dust on your shelves? Or are you using them instead of barbells at the gym? And I always say, nope, I make a show with them.
Unseen realms.
Hello, dear viewers and fans of the Unexplained. I'm Cosmo Kramer, and you're watching the very first episode of Unseen Realms. Sometimes in life, strange things happen, but we often overlook them because of our daily routines. But the lucky few who catch a glimpse of the impossible often manage to capture it on camera. Tonight, we'll take a look at such footage and try to figure out what's really hiding beyond the ordinary. And before we dive in, let me introduce our team. Harold Lunares, our honored professor of ufology, a true believer who can see details where others see only static.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope tonight we can lift the veil of mystery.
On the opposite side, Abraham Newman, associate professor of applied mathematics and statistics, a strict man, and above all, a die-hard skeptic.
Glad to be here. Hopefully, at least someone tonight will stay on the side of science.
Next, our comedian, Jerry Seinfeld. Whenever debates hit a wall, he jumps in with a sharp joke or funny story.
Well, what can I say? Even if the ghost turns out to be real, the important thing is that it's got a sense of humor.
And finally, Elaine Marie Benes. She's our arbiter, the calm, rational voice who balances belief and skepticism.
I'll try to be a fair judge and stick to the main points. But heads up, if anyone gets too heated, I'll cool things down real quick.
Well, folks, now that the team's assembled, let's get started and roll the first clip.
Unseen realms.
Alright, folks, our first clip of the day. Everything's going smoothly at the wedding, until this shows up.
Look at the way it walks. That is not a human. It's like a humanoid trying to disguise itself as a person, but failing to copy us properly.
Harold, stop it. It's just a weird guest. He's just dressed oddly, and the camera's trash, so it looks alien.
Newman, look closely at its face. Have you ever seen a human with no lower jaw?
A bad camera can turn any wedding guest into a zombie.
No, no, no. And check the walk. Have you ever seen anyone move like that? That's classic biomechanical malfunction. Exactly how beings move when they don't really understand the human body.
Biomechanical failure? Harold, this isn't War of the Worlds. It's probably just some guy wasted. Or maybe sick.
That walk, though, seriously creepy. I can't explain why, but it just looks off.
Come on, guys. It's just the first dude in history to crash a wedding dressed like he's straight out of a Run DMC video. Maybe he thought the wedding was a rap battle?
Jokes aside, this is an invasion. These creatures always appear where people are vulnerable.
You see a signal. I see a bad camera and a guy who needs a psychiatrist.
As for me, I'll say this. Whoever it was, they definitely wanted to be noticed. Look, it waves at the camera. That's no accident.
Agreed. Even if it is a person, the way they move is unsettling. Nobody walks like that at a wedding.
Exactly. It's a statement. We're here.
Oh, sure. Aliens traveled billions of light years just to crash a wedding in the countryside. Bravo, Harold.
Honestly, I'd do the same. What's a wedding without a surprise?
Alright, our next video. This one comes from Kazakhstan, filmed on May 1st, which is a national holiday there. At first, it's just an ordinary street, a man casually filming houses around him. But suddenly, the camera tilts up to the sky. And that's when it gets interesting.
Бүгін нешесі? 1 май. Время қанша жазылу?
20:37.
20:37, міне. Мінекей. Ақсынды.
Here it is. This is what I've been waiting for. It's not just a glowing dot in the sky or some strange light. It's an entire craft, with panels and lights. Do you see it? A massive structure right above the city.
Harold, it's clouds. Just plain clouds. City lights reflect. Your brain connects the dots. Pareidolia. People love seeing patterns where none exist.
Clouds? No, look at those perfectly straight lines. Even the panel lights are visible. That's pure geometry. Clouds don't look like that.
You really think aliens flew millions of miles and forgot to turn off their headlights? Seriously?
Still, it looks way too defined to be just clouds. Normally light scatters, but here it feels like there's an actual structure.
Or maybe it's just a brand new mall floating in the clouds. The Cosmic Mall. First floor, groceries. Second floor, humanity probing.
I studied Kazakh at school, so I know exactly what the man in the video is saying. He's clearly shocked. He even states the exact date and double-checks the time with a child. This isn't staged. This is real documentation of the event.
Exactly. It's just a cloud. People mistake atmospheric effects for ships all the time. And of course, kids freak out whenever adults panic.
But, what if this really happened? Something hanging that low? Hundreds of people should have seen it. So where's the rest of the evidence?
Here's the big question. If there really was a ship, then either it vanished too quickly to capture, or people simply chose not to talk about it.
The aliens' stealth tech glitched. Their cloaking system shut down, and they got caught.
Stop making stuff up. Anyone can see this is just classic pareidolia.
Well, if it really is aliens, I just hope they brought cake. After all, it's a holiday.
Next, ladies and gentlemen, a security camera, an ordinary yard at night, and then this happens.
What even is that? It legit looks like a tiny person with wings.
There, I told you. UFOs and humanoids were just the beginning. Now we have evidence of fairies. Do you understand what that means? Every legend, every myth, it's all based on truth.
A fairy? Harold, it's a moth. Or a butterfly. Night vision makes the wings glow, so it looks like a little glowing person. Case closed.
A moth? Seriously? Look at the body shape, the proportions. You can see a head, arms, wings, straight out of a fairy tale.
Yeah, and Santa's got his sleigh and reindeer too. People see what they want to believe. The camera distorted the insect, and that's your fairy.
But still, it's flying nothing like an insect. Too smooth, too deliberate.
Exactly. Insects fly chaotically. This one moves in a straight path, like it knows it's being filmed.
Right, a fairy flying around, stopping behind a parking lot. For what? To buy magic dust?
As long as she doesn't leave a parking ticket, I can just picture it.
This is the magic inspector. You parked under a tree, pay in gold coins.
Or maybe this is something we've forgotten. Little beings that were always nearby, but we stopped noticing. Cameras catch what the human eye dismisses as impossible.
Yes, that's it. Tiny beings living alongside us. Proof right there.
Bravo, Harold. You just proved insects exist. Can't wait for your Nobel Prize in entomology.
Here's our next fresh catch. A street thug goes up against a man possessed by a demon. Let's go!
Well, this one is obvious. It's a guardian. Sometimes an entity literally lives inside a person and shows itself only in a moment of danger.
Oh, come on, Harold. Just another cheap fake with bad effects. The guy just tripped, and someone edited over it.
Ha! Imagine you're getting robbed, and suddenly a free trial demon for 7 days flies out of your body. You just gotta link your credit card to keep the subscription going.
But wait! If it's real, why does the demon run back inside so fast? Why not keep defending?
Its job isn't to kill, but to scare off the threat. That's balance. That's the law.
The balance is all Photoshop. Look closer. There isn't even a shadow on the ground.
Come on, Newman. Even if it's fake, it's still a great idea. That's basically Venom on a budget. No CGI, no Hollywood.
And now a question for you. If a demon lived inside you, would you make a contract with it for protection, or head straight to a psychiatrist? And now, ladies and gentlemen, one of the strangest creatures ever caught on camera. It looks like a pair of white pants came to life and decided to go for a walk at night.
Just look at it. No torso. No head. Just pure white legs. I'm convinced this is what alien scouts look like. Or maybe beings from another dimension. They don't resemble anything on Earth.
Harold, here you go again. It's either a costume or a dummy on strings. Even a kid could throw on a bedsheet and walk across the yard. And the awful video quality just adds mystery.
But hang on, Newman. You can clearly see the movement isn't natural. If it's a person, why can't we see arms or a head? And why is he jumping so awkwardly? If I were the homeowner, I'd be terrified.
So let's recap. Middle of the night, something wandering between houses, and it's a pair of white pants? Great. Tomorrow they'll open a Prada boutique from a parallel universe. But honestly, yeah, it is creepy. Imagine opening your door at night, and these leg gypsies hop right at you.
This is exactly what I've been saying. We're not alone. These creatures are already walking our planet, and cameras are the only thing exposing them.
All cameras ever expose is bad editing, Harold.
What is it? A hallucination, a prank, or a signal that someone is watching us? You be the judge. But me? I'll definitely think twice before leaving my jeans outside to dry again. Next, a chilling headline from Peru. The so-called three-fingered mummies are back in the news. Researchers claim one of them contained an embryo. Some say they're genuine humanoids, others insist they're nothing more than dolls made from animal bones. Let's hear a quick news brief, and then we'll share our thoughts.
Unseen realms.
In Peru, the mystery of the so-called three-fingered mummies is still alive. Recently, researchers claimed that one of them, nicknamed Montserrat, was found with what appears to be a 30-week-old fetus inside. Scans revealed a tiny skeleton, sparking yet another wave of debate. The mummies were first discovered back in 2017 near the Nazca Desert. They're known for their unusual three-fingered hands, elongated skulls, and even traces of metallic implants. Some experts insist the remains are genuine, maybe even non-human. Others dismiss them as elaborate fakes, pieced together from animal bones and modern glue. So the question remains, groundbreaking discovery, or just a very convincing hoax?
Unbelievable! What more proof do you need? The mummy has a fetus inside her. This isn't just a fake prop. This is real biology. There's something much bigger going on here than just a hoax.
Ha! Real biology. More like glue and animal bones. Next thing you know, they'll claim they found alien ice cream in a mummy's freezer. And people will still call it a sensation.
I can already hear the archaeologist. The specimen's so well preserved, we can even guess its zodiac sign.
You laugh, but implants have been found in these bodies. Metals humanity couldn't have worked with in ancient times.
Metals, huh? Yeah, aluminum and silver. Truly alien tech. Maybe the mummies were just rich and liked shiny things.
Just imagine, ancient aliens traveling thousands of light years just to get implants and a stylish piercing.
Either way, you have to admit, it's a story full of mystery, contradictions, and imagination.
The facts are still contradictory. We've got discoveries, skepticism, and believers. The truth isn't proven yet. And that's exactly why stories like this draw so much attention.
Coming up, a sensation. A real plasmoid. And guess where? Inside a garage. The camera captures a glowing object that clearly doesn't behave like a random reflection.
That is 100% a plasma entity. There's a theory that these objects have a kind of proto-consciousness. Look at it, it's not just floating around, it's studying things. It flies closer, hovers, examines, like a curious being.
Creature, right. More likely a car's headlights reflecting. Car drives by, and boom, it looks like movement.
Headlight reflections? Newman, have you ever seen headlights carefully checking out a shelf of tools?
Hold on, guys. If it's just a reflection or glare, why did it vanish the second the door opened? Logically, the light source should have still been there.
Exactly. It got scared. It felt a human walk in and simply slipped into another dimension.
Or someone just turned off a flashlight. People fake this stuff all the time.
Yeah, sure. Someone was swinging a glowing flashlight around the garage, then went, "Oh no, Dad's home. Time to hit hyperspace."
Real or hoax, the footage is impressive. And if it really is a plasmoid, well, maybe garages get lonely too. Now, this is no flashlight trick. Witnesses filmed a pyramid-shaped ship. At first it just hovered in the sky, and then it created an artificial portal, perfectly shaped, diamond-like.
That's direct evidence of extraterrestrial civilizations. And this isn't just a UFO. It's interdimensional technology. Pure science of the future.
Oh, sure, a portal. What I see is bargain bin CGI. Any teenager could whip that up in After Effects.
A school kid, you say? Yeah, except instead of building portals, they usually film TikTok dances or soda challenges. This is definitely a different league.
But here's what I'm curious about. Why a pyramid shape? Most sightings talk about discs, triangles, or cigar shapes. But this is a pyramid. Could be some experimental type of craft?
Pyramids! Of course! They've always been connected to the cosmos. Egyptian, Mayan, they were built as beacons for portals like this.
The only thing that adds up is that the editor binged Doctor Strange.
Right? So he figured, what if my college project on special effects gets mistaken for proof of aliens?
Real or fake, you decide. But if it's real, somewhere out there exists a civilization that uses portals as casually as we use elevator doors. Well, folks, today we've got a truly eerie discovery. In Dagestan, someone dug up a strange skull. Take a look. Empty eye sockets, protrusions like horns, and that unsettling grin. What do you think?
What's there to think about? Any archaeologist would say it's just a rock shaped by erosion. Or a dried-up animal skull with broken horns.
A rock? An animal? Come on. Look closer. It has horns and teeth. Proof that other beings once lived among us. Maybe ancient demons or visitors from a parallel world.
That's just bad lighting. Record with a potato, and you'll get yourself an ancient demon.
Ha! And why does this rock have clear eye sockets and a mouth? Coincidence? I don't think so.
It's just a souvenir from a mystic gift shop. Buy a skull, get a free astral candle special discount.
Souvenirs are one thing, but those bones look way too real. If it's a fake, the creator did a hell of a job.
Come on, it's a fake. My neighbor makes the same thing out of plaster in his basement and sells them as scary Halloween souvenirs.
Is it the skull of an unknown creature, or just a stone? You decide. As for me, I'll be more careful digging up potatoes with a shovel from now on. Now from Ireland, a school built back in the 19th century. According to this video, a poltergeist has moved in. Let's take a look.
See? I told you. Old buildings are magnets for paranormal activity. This is a textbook poltergeist. Energy builds up in the walls and then bursts out.
It's the oldest trick in the book. Strings and fans off screen. Instant poltergeist.
Yeah, kids fool around. Back in my day, the worst prank was putting a tack on the teacher's chair. Here, it's like Hollywood. Doors slamming, lockers flying, the whole set.
Wait a sec. If this were just a school prank, the admins would have caught the culprits by now. It's all on official security footage after all. So it's either editing or something genuinely weird.
So the options are, either it's ghosts having fun, or the editor had way too much free time. And of course, the ghost really has nothing better to do than slam lockers instead of actually scaring people.
Who knows? Maybe the ghost was just bored and wanted to play tricks. Still, the place gives off a creepy vibe. What do you think, viewers? Poltergeist or staged act?
Unseen realms.
And now, footage straight from the moon's surface. Several strange glowing objects flying overhead. What do you think they are?
There, direct evidence of UFO activity near the moon. And we already know the moon is a strategic point. These objects aren't satellites, they aren't debris, they're flying in formation.
Harold, that's just pixels. Dust on the lens, camera glare, maybe a bug flying by. Give people a bad camera and too much free time, and suddenly it's always UFOs over the moon.
Oh sure, mosquitoes on the moon. Wonder if NASA knows they've got space mosquitoes buzzing around up there? Or maybe it's just Chinese drones taking a vacation trip.
Let's assume these are strange objects for real. But without proper equipment, we'll never know if it's a true anomaly or just camera glitches. The real question isn't, what is it? But why do we want to believe it?
Pixels, drones, or actual visitors from another world? I'll tell you this. I'll be looking up at the moon a lot more often. But what about you, folks?
Unseen realms.
That's all for today, friends. I hope you enjoyed exploring the mysteries with us. See you soon. I promise the next episode will be just as strange and exciting.
Mirrors on the floor reflect my face in cracks. Shattered glimpses of a time that vanished in the black. The moonlight crawling through these blacks, but it won't stay. Whisper voices in the dark, they lead me astray. Fractured memories screaming loud inside my mind. Pieces of the past that time won't ever let me find. A pain that echoes through the halls where shadows play. Every shot of yesterday cuts me in its way.